Hey guys, Shawn here. I want to do a little follow-up to my last segment on how to depart from a relationship gracefully. This part is kind of focused on how to maintain a state of, self-esteem when someone who you recently left, whether it's a friend or a partner or a parent or a relative, when they start to slander you socially or to assassinate your character, right, to put you down publicly and to try to denigrate your reputation. Um, they might even target you specifically with lots of different tactics. One of which is to send people over and to tell you about the mistake you're making. Or they might try to disrupt your event that you're having at your house by sending emails to the people who are there at your party so that they'll get the email and it'll be disrupted, right, and hindered. Each of these things has happened to me personally, and I've watched them happen to people that I care about, people who have stood up to bullies and abusers, right? So if you are someone who is in the right for leaving a relationship that is, having a destructive effect on you or your children, uh, then it's going to be important to remember, and by destructive effect, I mean that it's preventing you from being able to be authentic about who you are, to be yourself. It's preventing you from being able to direct your own actions because the other party wants to control you. Specifically, they want to exploit you for your resources, or they want you to submit to them so that they can like caretake for you. This is something that sometimes female bullies are known for doing. They don't have a life of their own, and so they kind of get off on martyring themselves for you. But you don't actually want to be down and out. You want to be an empowered person. Um, if you're a person who's been abused physically by someone, then you know that's a good reason to get out because that violence is being used as a way of controlling you. It's a way of shaping you down into submissiveness with behavioral consequences for your every time you try to use an action of free will, right? Every time you try to try to what's the word? Direct your own path. So these are all things that could have a destructive symptoms of somebody having a destructive effect on you, right? Or I should say signs of a destructive effect, excuse me. Symptoms would be you're emotionally distraught, you're anxious, maybe even you have a wall up and you're dissociated from it, right? Or you're going into drugs and alcohol or neglecting your kids or something like that. So when you're having a realization that someone's having a bad influence on you and you want to get out, you know, and you've gotten out and now you realize that they're not going to let you out. Sometimes it's like you're in the mob or something, and you can't get out without some kind of serious consequences. And you have to be able to accept that reality that these people are coming against you. And they might be doing it in a completely legal way, that nonetheless is psychological harassment or social bullying, right? Peer abuse. And you need to be able to identify that for what it is. It's an attempt to shape you back into compliance with what they want for you. And for the crime of trying to be your own person and saying, I don't want to be in a friendship with you. You've hurt me too many times. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. You've hurt me too many times. I don't trust you. It's not working out. You know, even if I don't really feel like it, I don't have to give you a good reason. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. And that's my prerogative as a human being on planet Earth. So, be authentic, be autonomous, be assertive, just like I just gave an example. This is where you end and I begin. You don't like it? Too bad. That's fine. You don't have to like it. You think I'm a big meanie for holding my boundaries? Well, give me one single example of how I've gone against you at all, right? And you'll find that I haven't. And the next thing you know, when people come over and they start saying, well, you're the bad guy, you're the one who's doing the wrong thing, you're saying that he's not a good person, you just be accountable for your actions and you let them know. Well, I wouldn't be saying anything if this person hadn't sent you over here, and now you're telling me that at the birthday party that happened the other day, you and 5 of my family members were talking bad about me, right? And how do I know that? Because 5 people told me you were. So you're just giving an account of what happened. And then when they say, well, I just want people to get along, and I just don't want there to be any fighting, then you can give them more honesty and say, listen, that's not true. The truth is, from your behavior, it's clear that you're afraid of this other person. You don't stand up for me. You didn't stand up for yourself when they also hurt you. And when they put you down, you didn't say anything to stop it. And now you want me to be like you and to accept that in my life and to have my kids put up with that, right? If you have kids, you know how important it is to protect them psychologically and emotionally from bullying and abuse. So understand that sometimes people come over in their role as a minion working for the bully. They allow themselves to be the messenger and try to get you back. And you have to be able to see through that. But most of all, you have to be able to just feel the anxiety, feel the fear, experience the pain, let it wash over you, cry your eyes out if you have to, write it in a journal, do whatever you have to do, talk to somebody, go see a counselor, but stay aware of your feelings, because your feelings are what's telling you whether you're comfortable or uncomfortable with these events that are happening in front of you, right? And that's your clue about whether your needs are getting met with people. So you need to stay keyed in on your feelings. Don't put a wall up to yourself. Don't block out your own feelings. Don't dissociate with caretaking or house cleaning or picking fights with people or using drugs or alcohol if that's your thing. Um, Instead, just be a grown-up and accept that sometimes there's pain involved in conflict, right? And you can get through it, and just like you got through it 100 other times, you get through it this time too. And the difference is this time you won't have sacrificed your free will, by giving in to the abuser in order to avoid the pain or the fear of the conflict, right? You won't have sacrificed your authenticity, right? And when you get through it, you still have yourself, and you're going to feel a million times more potent and strong on the inside because you're handling reality, a leading cause of stress, right? And you're handling it well. So understand that conflict is okay. It's okay for people not to like you sometimes. And as long as you're being a pro-social person, you're being considerate of self and others, then you should be good to go. And try to remember that you will love again. You will find friends again. Sometimes it's just a matter of the culture you're living in. You're the odd man out. You're the one that doesn't fit in because you're the only one who isn't completely dysfunctional. You know what I mean? So sometimes that happens in life, and you just have to be willing to be patient until you can take an action step to move to a different place, or to try to re-engineer your life here to get more people in it that are positive, if that's possible. And you can use tools like Facebook and the internet to find positive people and get them on your friends list so that you have fewer negative people on there, giving you messages that you should get back with the abuser or the bully. All right, good luck. I hope that helps, and have a great day.